Howdy. So, I saw your post on Overwatch University. I am a Masters Wrecking Ball player among some other characters and not a one trick. I'm on console, but I think I could help you out. The thing about console and like Masters is that actually we have basically a bunch of people aimbotting because they have these things so they can use mouse and keyboard and aim assist. So characters like Wrecking Ball are actually really valuable because he's really great into hit scan, especially snipers like Ash, Widow, Hanzo, Sojourn. And he's pretty good in the soldier too. So you were asking like what you could have done differently to win this game, and I think the answer is like is you really need to have sort of like cleaner, more definite engages. I think the main problems with your gameplay are you don't really you shoot a lot from distances where you do absolutely nothing. Your guns have fall off, they have spread, and so if you're too far away, you're just not gonna really threaten to kill anyone. And if you're really just like sneezing at people, they're gonna ignore you. And you're a bit too easy to ignore in this game. The other thing is like I don't have crazy mechanics. I almost never wall jump. Like sometimes I do. I guess I rebound, but I don't like really 180 rebound. I do like 90 degrees and things like that. I don't really double boop, but I have really good timing. And about the most complicated mechanics you need to learn for Wrecking Ball to climb, I would say at least in a diamond or masters, honestly, is knowing that you can get a free pile drive if you go on an elevated surface and kind of like where to do that. And it's also why a lot of the time we want to be setting up on high grounds so that we can pile drive exactly when we want to, or drop and grapple and like swing through their team and then pile drive the scoop and boop. But other than that, like other than that, it's like you just need good timing. You need to know where your team is. You need to know about like where the cards, like where you're going to want to take the fight, and kind of like who's a good person to shoot, right? The the main reason Wrecking Ball isn't that great right now in the current meta is he should almost never be shooting the tank. And so if you have a tank like a Diva, sometimes a Rhine, but really like a Zarya, those kind of like chase you down tanks, a Malga, and you really don't want to be fighting him. You have to fight the rest of his team and prevent him from getting any sort of support. Okay, but anyway, we're set up here. This is I usually don't set up here. I usually, honestly, set up like here-ish probably, but it depends on my comp and stuff. But this is a classic Wrecking Ball setup because you can go for this boop, right? The way to do this boop is to stay hidden, wait for the cart to go about here on the middle of the bridge, then grapple the cart and swing straight through towards here. And then you can hold your grapple and come back this way, or you can get out around this corner, maybe pop your shields. But yeah, it's like a pretty reliable boop, especially if you can get in this zone here. If you let the cart get a little further. The reason I mentioned the cart is a really good way to tell kind of roughly where people are going to be. You know, some people are going to be hanging out on, or if they're smart, kind of behind the cart, right? And then if that's no good from here, you can like grapple here, maybe go for this boop, but definitely like choose to do a slam here, scout in the air. You could slam here if your team looks like they're ready to fight. You could land here and shoot them from this off angle on a high ground. That's really annoying, right? But kind of what we choose to do here is sort of hide. You're not checking where your team's set up before this game begins. And you really want to know that, right? You have a soldier who's positioned like an idiot, But but his line of sight, he's ready to shoot things that are like kind of here. Your Reaper is, I guess, gonna drop down when someone gets close. Seems like an okay plan. So you want to like wait for someone to go into your trap, and depending on who goes, like either help your team out to kill that person or prevent their team from following, like if it's a tank, and cut off so that he doesn't have any support. Right? So we don't know what they have quite yet, so we're gonna take this time to just like check out their team. We see Bastion, Junkrat, Ryan, Mercy, Mora. Okay. This is a tough comp to play into. I'm not gonna lie on ball. It's like doable though. I'd say probably your best targets are gonna be Mercy and Junkrat. Right? You're gonna want to avoid Bastion when he has turret. You can bait it out because a lot of Bastions will sort of put you on site. You know, ICU, you're in an ICU. They'll pop their turret mode as soon as they see you or think you're gonna slam, and you can kind of like play a game with them and then go hide and just wait for it to finish. And then they're actually not that bad of a kill if you can strip their armor, and definitely easy to set up for your team to kill. So we're kind of like, look how much damage you do here. Like, that's as much damage as he did to Junkrat. We don't do any damage to Moira, right? That's because you're, like, too far away. If you want to do this, do it from here. But what you really want to do, if you're bothering to set up all the way over here, is you don't want to draw attention to yourself yet, because you want them to be here, right? And instead, we're kind of like backing off when this is the time that we slam, right? We grapple here, or if we can grapple the cart, and we could do 8-ball corner pocket. Like, this is an easy boop, objectively. I don't boop a lot. I think this is an easy boop. And, you know, as Michael Jordan said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, like, we shoot them again. Now Bastion knows you're over here. He's an idiot. You still can boop him. We just kind of just way late, right? And Ryan's already gone in. He's gotten a kill. We've slowed down his support, which is like not a bad thing. But our team is wanting to run away, right? We should be checking to see what's going on. We know Soldier just died. The worst thing we can do right now is help the other team get together like this, right? We want to be splitting them up. And honestly, I kind of think the best thing to do would have been to just like grapple over here, contest the cart, make this team have a reason to come, like turn around and try and kill you. And they can't, right? They don't for the next few minutes of this game. The problem is you're not really giving them a reason to chase you, right? That's one of the things Ball can do better than any other hero is crazy objective pressure, because he just like never dies. He's so goddamn annoying. So I don't know. I think your option here, it sucks that your soldier got picked. He's an idiot. Nothing you can do about that, right? But I do think you could have like come over here and just used the cart for cover and put some rounds into Mercy here, or Junkrat. Or maybe jumped up on top of the cart and then slammed them so that they don't go forward, right? You have both your cooldowns that you need to engage, and you need to basically stop them from running over your team here. Right? And we do like no damage to Junkrat, no damage to Bastion, no damage to Moira, right? You can see how little that actually does. We roll through. I don't have a problem with this. You're getting ult charge. I do have a problem with that. Because you're taking, like, you're putting yourself in the line of sight of Bastion way too long. You should know your Moira died, your Soldier died, your Reaper died. If you're not looking at the kill feed, you need to start doing it, or make a sound for every time someone dies. There's an option to do that in the settings. You're not going to take this fight here right now, right? There's no way on earth you're going to win So we just go around back here, I think. There's sort of a mega over here, right? We have access to this high ground. We can just chill here for a sec and grapple over here. And then we're up here on this high ground. We're not going to take a fight. There's a clock that starts, like when, especially your supports get picked. And you have to know you're not going to take a real fight until probably about here. Right? So we want to be out. Maybe, since they can't really chase you on high ground, you could maybe be annoying and like poke them and maybe you'll get the Junkrat out of position or something like that. But we just have to know we're not going to do anything right now. Right? Like you're setting up here. This is not a great place to set up. Right? You're pretty visible. If this Junkrat was paying attention, he'd see you, for example. And the worst thing you could do right now is die. Second worst thing you could do is like hard engage and use your shields. Like that. Right? We're using our shields not really to do anything. Also, you had armor. You're not actually in danger of dying, and you're not gonna... Like, you want to use your shields when you want to stay in a fight and use a whole clip. A great use into this comp would be to kill Junkrat or Mercy. But now we don't have shields, and we shouldn't go in until we have them. And the thing is, and this is the trap with ball, is because you're so mobile, and you can slam like a lot. The thing is, we want to be fighting like about now. And right now, like this boop through, what does it do? Mercy can just fly, right? Their team wants to be together. Moira can just fade, right? I think the better play from this position would have been to like kind of grapple over here and see if you can get them to really turn around and chase you, and then you can always run away. But from there, you're like not really threatening anyone and no one's going to die, right? Because supports are just pocketing each other. You come here, though, you can get them to turn away and maybe they don't shoot this soldier. Maybe you go up on a flower pot and jump slam. And just get the pile drive to do some damage. Maybe they turn around. The Bastion certainly will turn around because they're like super thirsty for a kill on you, and you can always disengage into these statues and stuff and kind of dance around them because you can see really well in the ball third person, right? But we're shooting here and we do, I don't know, what is that, 25 damage to Moira? Yeah, she's missing 28 health, right? She's, I think she's gonna live. And now we're disengaged, right? If you're going to play this way, you need to provide some sort of objective pressure and stall this out, because you really need to take a fight. You haven't taken a single fight on this point. And this place is very stallable. Like, the defenders, your team gets natural high ground here, right? They have much more space to disengage because someone on the other team has to stay on the cart, right? And this ball, you could come in, take the pile drive off this, jump, slam. You can grapple up here in this little thing, and you can kind of, you can loop around like this. It's crazy annoying. Like a wrecking ball. And just loop around and keep stalling it, and then slam again when you have it, or your shields, roll around the point for a bit, make them chase you. And then that way, because you're doing something, like they don't want you on the cart, right? So at least that's some sort of pressure. The other team might turn around, and then your team can come in with our Junkrat spam or soldier spam, a Lucio speed, something like that, and kill them when they're looking away. But the thing is that none of these guys are really looking at you, right? See what I mean? That boop was pretty good. If you'd been a little more angled this way, I think you could have killed the Junkrat with it. We lost our Lucio, right? So our objective is probably not to take a fight right now. We want them to maybe not chase our team and kill them. I don't understand the rollback here. Ryan, you're never going to really boop off the map, unfortunately, because of the tank ult. A better version of this play would have been maybe to do this and just go all the way and release the grapple. Knock them all back, and then you're kind of back here, which is really annoying, right? And if they decide to chase, you go over to this Mega over here. If they don't, and you're low health, you go get that Mega, right? And you can be back in like pretty quickly. And maybe contest the cart even right now, so that because your team is going to need some time to regroup. You need your supports back online before you fight, right? We could have maybe saved ourselves on that boat. That's too bad. Now we have mines. So the thing with mines is you want to put it in a place where the other team, like, where they want to be, right? You want to look for people that use their mobility and they're going to take some heat and they want to back off, like to cover, and you put the mines like right behind them and then they're backing into mines. Or you slam like a Moira used fade, so she flies up in the air and the mines are centered on her and she dies, right? And then you look for using your grapple to boot people in the mines to get extra kills, right? And I think the other weakness in your game, other than just kind of effectiveness, which I'd say is mainly just shooting closer and hanging out a little closer to the other team and using your slam. The other biggest reason you lost this game is none of your mines are all that good. And it's your ult, right? This slam, I'm glad that you jumped off of something, I guess, to do it, but it doesn't do anything. Ren is full shield. There's nothing that's going to cause him to die here. It doesn't stop him from doing anything. You just don't have shield now, or you don't have slam. I'd be looking on this point. We can still take this fight. On this point, you can sometimes get a fight on that bridge if you're 5. That can be a good place to hold. If not, depending on what tank you're playing, you're going to be holding like somewhere in here. That's going to be your first fight, and then your second fight is at the end here to stall it out again. And again, you're playing ball. It's a real strength of the character is that he can stall. So we're going to want to actually just set up. We're not going to do anything to Ryan here. We can grapple. We can control the high ground. Again, they don't really have characters that are that great in the high ground. If Drunk comes up, you just do a ledge slam. You step off the ledge and slam, and you can kill him like super fast. We also could be looking, if this Mercy is going to follow this Ryan like this, we could be looking to kill the Mercy. Right? She seems to be pocketing your target, so maybe it's a good idea to kill her instead. Right now, we're probably looking for mines, and this would be a great opportunity to use mines. Ryan just charged in. He doesn't have the mobility to get out. We pot some mines here. Like maybe the Mercy will fly to him too. We pot some mines and a slam here, and he's stuck, and we kill him. Right? They're great for splitting up a team. Or the classic usage of mines, the one that I would be probably setting up for by coming up here to this high ground, would be to wait for the cart to go through. So the team's already through this choke. And then mines somewhere here-ish, right? Probably here where the biggest mass is, or right here on a corner. So that the people in front of it, they can't back up, so they have to just take a bunch of damage from this choke, and the people behind it, they can't come and help the people in front, like this right? This would be a really great time to mine the cart. Right? Like, I don't know what... And again, look how little damage you do as Mercy. Just like, you need to do things that are better with your time. Right? You just don't really put out any pressure. I like that you get health packs, though. I will say that. We're kind of letting them go in. Again, you like... Do you see how you haven't, like... You haven't engaged anyone on your team in a threatening way. Or stood on cart. Like, you haven't made them deal with you in any way, shape, or form. It's like you're not even in this game. I think we're going for mines here. This is not the best grapple, because again, we want to be thinking we're in the air. This card is going to move while we're in the air. We want to be putting it here, because that's where they want to go, right? Instead of where they are right now. If that makes sense. This mines is okay. You did it kind of high up, and so it's like dispersed. Do you see that spread? If we go back a little, I'll just double speed for a sec. Like, that whole thing, there's no reason to just shoot the Mercy. Just keep rolling so that you get to where you're going faster. If you shoot someone from up here, at this range, this Moira, even this Bastion, this Junkrat for sure, you'll do like a lot more damage than shooting someone in the air from like over here, right? She full health, and you put a whole clip in there. Here we go. Let's look at this. We go up. So you see how high you release that, right? I'll be like coming down, release it like here. It'll be more concentrated, and then you slam. Because you need kind of 2 mines to kill anything. And over here, too, you'd be locking this Junkrat in, this Ryan in, right? They're sort of like the card is already passed and your team's not threatening them. They don't care about this space. And you have like over half your mines over in the back. Yeah, it's a little tricky to get right, I will say. Also, Morad Fade. So she's just out. We almost get the Bastion here. But again, our job right now is to contest the cart. And we just don't do that because we're chasing this kill. The kill doesn't matter. Get the cart. Also because you have mines. You can like grapple anything around here, boop them, and probably knock someone in a mine. You could, if you get a grapple right now, you could knock these guys. Like probably kill Mercy or Bastion or Junk. Although we really want to knock them this way into these mines. There's not that many over here, right? Yeah, oh, we can just shoot Mercy here. Pop our shield, shoot Mercy. But like, do you see like, it's like you're invisible. They don't care. You see that? Like, you fought them for a sec and they're all like, anyway, and Bastion pops his turret and they all walk forward and kill the rest of your team. And it's because you're like, I don't even know. I don't know what this does, really. They all went forward. 3 of them, right? You did see that. It's just this one Junkrat here. So whatever, be annoying. Contest the cart until they walk back, until they come back. You need to like make the other team do something. Like there's no reason to even grapple here. Just stay in ball and dodge him. Mercy ditched him. like you could just grapple. You could just like contest this. You can fight him. You probably can kill it. You should be able to kill a Junkrat 1v1. Moira comes back. Like, do you see how you pulled them back though? Because you're like staying here and contesting the objective. Right? I think this is a pretty good backup. Bastion came back too, right? This is pretty good. Now that they're back there, you're really fast. You could come up here, boot this Mercy and kill her. Or the other thing you could do, if that Ryan's going to live in your back line, you live in his, right? And he, like, they can't kill you, I don't think. Maybe Bastion can. But you could also come back around here and you could look for a slam off of this onto them and just keep stalling the cart. Grapple into this cover, get a health pack, come back, grapple over that health pack. You could be like so annoying here and stop the cart from moving unless they like deal with you. Right? Go get this health back. Or that one. Like, is that trap gonna trap anyone other than you? Just not a good use of your time, right? And we let the cart kind of go forward. Now we're like booping them. This is fine if you get cart stall, but it's like there's no one on your team. They're all dealing with Ryan here. They're locked in Mortal Kombat here against this Ryan Mercy, and they're all shooting the Ryan and not the Mercy. That's fine if he's gonna be there, but you need to get some sort of value. And if that's stalling cart because you can't kill anyone, you should be able to kill junk again, but if it's just stalling cart, then so be it. But you need to do something. Okay, we potted both things. I usually don't run it down main, but your team, you need to treat them like, that's pretty cool. You need to treat them like AI bot, sort of, and like as a scripted event, right? And you need to time your thing with the scripted event. You've killed Mercy. You pot beat, so you have this temporary health. You pot moral. You need to go like now. You need to engage now. The best move would be to like roll down here, grapple up there, come back, boop them forward, and slam them right here, right in the bullseye, right? A not bad move, honestly, just to engage as fast as possible would be to grapple up here-ish and just go through them and look to slam back here and then live on cart and make them back off this corner so your team can have it, right? You want them to not go in your castle, right? It's a big castle. If you can hold here with the cart here, this is a very, very good place to hold. Right? We need to be doing something sooner. And we need to be slamming, right? That boop, it didn't like do anything, right? We slam kind of no one. Make sure when you're in the air to look below you and then slam. Yeah? Okay. Our struggle is over. We killed the Bastion. You go up, just melee him. Cool. We kill Mercy for free, for sure. Yeah. Great. Now, we check where your team is going, right? And what we need to do on ball, well, we kill this Junkrat for free too, I think. But what we need to be doing is setting up. We know they're going to want to go through here, right? So we need to set up in a place that's going to be really fucking annoying for them, right? And let them fall into our trap before spring it. So one thing I would maybe be doing is grappling up. I'd probably be grappling up to try and get this free kill here. Or hiding here. And kind of like peeking in ball form because you have better vision. You can look over this thing when other characters can't. And you wait for them to go up and walk through here, and then you grapple up here, and you can boop them forward and slam. Right? Or with Ryan's team, you probably want to be booping them back a little more. It's okay to go main a little more. This is a pretty nice kill. I like that you get a free... Oh, right, it's not a kill. The error here is you should shoot him first and then slam. A bit, depending on it. Like, you're setting up your slam for so long, and, you know, if you can't get it, just fuck off. You heard the other guys, right? We have these mines, and they pot Emort. The thing about Emort, it doesn't really counter mines, because the other team wants to group up on it, right? So the way to play this is to grapple up here, boop through them, hold their grouped up on the Emort, and drop your mines like here-ish. Or we go up here, and they're chasing us in, right? And then we jump off, mine, slam when they've all come in here, right? The thing that you're doing about your mines that sucks, like this, you could have killed these three, and they couldn't have backed out. Ryan's trapped in this room. The Junkrat soldier, Lucio Mora, I'll eat him alive. He doesn't have Emort. You could lock the Baptiste out of here, right? The Junkrat has no choice but to go forward. Right, we have like full health and we're out. And kind of poking things main. Okay, I think we're looking for mines. So like, look. They're already through the choke. They've already decided it's safe for me to walk through here. They're leaving this area, right? Like, this does nothing. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's because they don't want to be there. Where they want to be is here. And where they're trying to hold is this cover. Right? So the better mind play would have been to grapple up here, boop them forward, they don't have emort, and drop your mines on your way up before the slam, like here-ish. And then if you're really a pro player, you 180 and then slam, because it pulls them towards you slightly, and that pulls them more towards the center of the mine. But you don't really even need that. You could have gotten like a 4K. No problem, because you saw them bust the emort. You got that out. Instead, we just keep kind of rolling through them. Like, they barely even look at you, right? And here, again, we didn't stall cart. We could have stalled cart. I like that you go up on here. And now we're like all the way out, right? Like, this is a fight for our lives. We don't want the cart to get in. We want to kill this Baptiste. Bap is a great target for you. Bercy's a great target for you. We had shields. Right? There's no reason to get out. It's like we're fighting. We need to fight. Right? We go back there, we pop shields, we try to gun down Mercy here. Or try to gun down Bap. Or try to gun down Junk. Or maybe we try to boop this Bap away from the Rhine where he wants to be, so that it's harder for them to heal him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if on the scoreboard we're late on this boop because we're like way out here. We're going to do nothing. Why not, if you're going to get out here, why not be here so that you're closer and your guns actually do damage, right? Like, or here, you're playing off angles like a soldier, I guess. Or something. We're late on the boop. I like the idea. I appreciate the thought. We didn't do it, but we should kill this Mercy. We got our shields, right? You're actually pretty good in the Mercy. You pop your shields here. Nobody can kill you. You have like 1 billion health. You have, I don't know, 1,000, 1,800 health. You can put a clip into this Mercy and finish her off, right? But instead we're like rotating, I guess, and we don't touch, right? The reason you gave up this point is like the cart almost from probably about here all the way to here, you like didn't contest, right? And the Ryan rightfully ignored you, and the rest of their team ignored you because you didn't go in. Like having shields and grapple and slam and basically full health, and just letting their cart finish like that, that really sucks. So you're just not getting 2 fights a point, which you really, really need to look to do. And the stalling, it's like, it's easy to get way too into it, and just like, there's other wrecking balls that are hyper aggressive and they just slam cart over and over again and they stall it a lot, but they don't do much of anything because they're like stalling for their team to come back from spawn, and then by the time their team comes back, they don't have shields, they have low health, they run away, and then their team gets killed because there's no tank to engage. So timing your engages is definitely really important, but you need to engage at all, right? And then we'll look quickly at attack. I feel like this video is kind of covering everything. Let's see how long we're doing it. Oh, okay. I can take a couple minutes on this because this attack was really like, it's kind of more the same of just like kind of doing nothing and they don't really care and you don't get the cart very far as a result. So we're attacking Rialto, right? We know probably their cont's going to be this like Bastion Ryan thing, which is hard for us. Maybe they'll have that Baptiste, maybe they'll have that Mercy. Maybe we can kill one of their healers or something like that. But coming out, we have a few options, okay? At higher ranks, and this is silver, so look, this team's set up the exact same as your team, right? I'm sure, but like 100% of your games are like this. It's like that through gold and even platinum, I would say. But if you're playing against someone smart, this is really powerful high ground. And as ball, your priority is to get people off of here. And certainly off of here and here. So depending on your team and how quickly they want to fight, like we could do a long rollout over here over bridge, which is what you're eventually going to do. You could do a long rollout kind of back around over here. Maybe we get this boop, right? Or we can kind of grapple, this short little grapple and slam up high ground. Or you can run it down main, which I don't normally recommend, but this angle is kind of good. It's sort of an off angle of its own because you can kind of come from here and grapple up there and take sort of a long grapple that mostly keeps you in cover and come over and roll out on this high ground from the side, right? A lot of the time, I'll kind of scope it out and come this way and look to sneak up on them, grapple here, scoop and boop, or engage on the high ground here and try to clear that. Let's fast forward a bit. So, like, it's not necessarily 100% your fault because your team is dying pretty easily. They're kind of playing this. They're playing like a brawl comp, and then the other team has an actual brawl comp with a Rhine. So they're just gonna die. But there's a bunch of stuff you could do to help, and I think this game, like, I would have won this game. Like, I would have won this game playing on controller on PC. But you know, like, that's part of the learning journey, and you're new, right? And I think it's just like knowing what your job is and trying to do it and not wasting your time with shit that's not valuable, like this, right? We do no damage at this range. We see that trap. See, that trap maybe would have been cool to kill. I don't mind hanging out on a cart and pushing it a bit. You can always push it up to here and then grapple up here and take a long grapple like around. This is a pretty good sneaky one. Release. You could slam and kill a SPAP, or if someone's on the high ground, you release and fireball into them and then stub out the ledge and slam it. That's a really great rollout, honestly. See, that's valuable. Like, you actually did damage to him because you're close. The tracking needs work. I'm wondering if your settings are like a little too jumpy for you. It seems like you have trouble staying on target. But we got Emort out of this for free. We got Ryan to turn around. At this point, we've gotten our value, so we take it. And the key with ball is to always leave fights not towards your team, to lead people away from you so that they're like here and they turn and they chase. And when they're like pointed sideways like this and you're like main, they're not actively dodging, right, for your other team like your soldier, and then they can drill them with headshots. That's like how ball is supposed to work. So here we got our value, we recognize that. We maybe grapple up here or here, maybe boop him out of it, and take this high ground to reload, and we can maybe kill the BAP by shooting him and then slamming him, something like that. But at the least, we could roll back here, and they're going to want to chase you around, and that opens up main for all your guys. Although I think they're like, I don't know what the hell they're doing here. At the least, they should be pushing the cart. But also, you should be aware of that. Before we went in here and started shooting, we should have taken a brief glance back. But running back like this, it does open main, but there's no reason. Now you're not going to be in a fight for like an hour, right? Because there's nothing for you to heal over here. I think the play was to go up. Get up here or something like that. Or even just clear back to this mega. Right? And then we're set up behind and we've like lessened the time before we can engage again. But, you know, Ryan's out of position. This isn't bad. We don't want to be shooting him that much, though. We're not going to kill him. We definitely don't want to be slamming with 170 health in front of a Bastion, a Ryan with a Mercy Pocket, and a Baptiste. Right? Your soldier just now can start seeing you. You need to be like, I got my value already. I'm getting out, and I'm going to be ready to go in pretty fast before their E-Mort tough cooldown. Right? Still have 14 seconds. But we're kind of running here again. There's no healing here. There's no health pack. And also, to make sure you don't come back, they just have to stand here at this corner, which they want to hold anyway, right? It's not inconvenient for them. Whereas grappling up here, or grappling a statue and going up to this high ground, or like even coming back here, this is much more annoying for them, and they have to decide, like, if I stand here, the ball's behind me, it can do something for free, or maybe boop us forward and slam us or something. But also, these guys want to kill us. And that's when they start to back up, right? And that's what you want. Instead, they're just going to take this corner, right? Because, all you're doing is poking with 0 damage from this range. And they can easily spam you. You're already low health. You're not going to go in for, I don't even know how long. And so your soldier dies as a result, right? We could have picked up that health pack. We're shooting the Ryan, right? We're not going to kill him. Especially at this range. We're going around the back. We know Bap used his E-Mort. We want to be grappling up to him, booping him, so he can't heal the Ryan, and then shooting him, trying to kill him. Right? That's... It's too, dink and divey. Right now, we saw out of the corner of our eye Reaper backing off, right? This slam, little late, but not bad. But again, you need to hold, the way you hold space is you be annoying behind them, so they have to, turn around. And we keep running back into our team, and now, so Bastion was, trying to shoot you, and now he walks forward and he's like, oh, hey, look at these guys. I bet I can kill them. They have way less health, right? We got the E-Mort out again. This would be another, come here, grapple up there. Boop them all back. Slam them back here. And then take some sort of corner behind them. Try and kill this Bap. Right? We had that. That's not bad. But, we don't use our shield and we don't shoot anyone we're going to kill. And then this mine's, oh, I was so close to a good one. You got it here. They're pushed into this hallway, right? If they don't back up, they're going to take a buttload of damage. And their BAP is separated from them. If you would mind here, where they're going to want to be, which is to back up behind the cart and defend it. Again, this could have been like a 3K, I think. Ryan, at the worst, loses his shield. But here, they don't give a shit. Nobody cares. Maybe this Junkrat will be stupid and walk into it. And if you're gonna play ball into like kind of a bad comp to play into, you really gotta get value out of your mines if you want to win. That's a pretty good roll through. And you got kills as a result. You went straight to an off angle. We shoot for a bit. Okay, fine. We didn't find anything. You want to make sure if you're gonna do these little pokes to stay in ball form and left it enough to get the reload. You have half your clip right now. And again, we don't want to be shooting the Ryan. We'll be rolling over here, maybe shooting this guy. Maybe shooting down a Bastion, see if we can get an early turret from him out. Maybe shooting this Mercy. Is she like, yeah. Right? Although, to be like frank, I would be looking to, this Ryan is so aggressive. Fart Queefa here. I would be looking to grapple here-ish. Maybe beat the Bastion, get a Bastion and the Bab back, where it's really hard for him to hit a shot on the Ryan, so he doesn't have quite so much healing. Maybe I kill him. Slam. I think this is a pretty good slam. But then, like, you got so many people together. See how your bar says 3? That is a lot of health. I think it's like 600 health you get. You get more health for everyone who's near you when you pop shields, so that indicator below the crosshairs. We pop shields here, and then we do something with it in our full clip. And that's probably killing a Mercy. Maybe we could have killed the Bastion because he doesn't have armor, so if we drill him with headshots, that might work. And then I would be wanting you to pop a grapple here and spin to win and make it just impossible for this BAP to follow this Rhine. And annoying for this Bastion, and he's going to turn to try and deal with you, right? Shooting the tank like this with full health, and now we're just fighting him in front of him. Ryan wins 100% of these engagements. He just used Shatter. He almost has another, right? We need to be pulling their team apart. Again, you're pushing him forward, but it's like the Ryan wants to be forward. And now we're in front of the Ryan again. Right? We don't want to be here. We want to be here, shooting this BAP. We want to be here, shooting this Mercy, shooting this Junkrat. We want to be here. This is a great place. Shooting a BAP, slam and kill him. Shoot the Mercy, shoot the Junkrat. And then we hop off and we can just slam them here on cart. And instead of like, you're not really lining up the shots for your team, right? But like we could be charging our ult and we could be keeping them in place so they can't follow the Rhine. Okay. Their tank's dead, you have shields. We fight here. Right? We come in. I think this roll through's alright, but you pop shields on the way through, you stop, you kill either BAP or Mercy. This distance, like look how little damage you do to this Junkrat. I don't know why you keep poking at this angle. I'm not sure if like Awkward did it or something. We'd slam the Mercy maybe, we're just a little slow. Okay, we got that out, that's fine. Here we are on this angle, but you're like backing off, you're so scared of him. He has 120 health, you have 620 health and armor. Why are we afraid this BAP is gonna like one-shot us? Look at your weird body. Stay close to him, bury your guns in his face, and enter your clip in him, and if you like lose track of him, melee him. This is so close to being a good mines. It's like, it's pretty good. I think they'll arm. If this had a boop or a slant to it, you would have killed these two guys. But again, they like got out before they aren't. And again, our team sort of has this corner. Most of this stuff is irrelevant. Especially because as we ride the cart, it's going to go through these mines and past them. Look, their team wants to be like here. And we want to eliminate that and push them into our team's line of sight where our team can poke them from this cover here. So we wanted to mine. We wanted to mine like a little further back. I think maybe a general rule of thumb is like a little further back than you think. If this mines had been like here, it would have been about perfect. And if it had been attached to a slam, now that we have them here, that's our life, that's what we're living. If you hadn't gone into your team and had disengaged like here-ish, or like I've been telling you all game, like play this thing, these flower boxes and statues. The other thing you could do, you're about to have grapple, right? We go through a roll through forward and force them into the mines and into our team's line of sight, and we slam them here. Right? We're just kind of like taking this long rotation. Bad put and alt. We're not fighting. We're out. And we're out with our shields and full health. And now, like, you're just not going to do anything. Right? 40 seconds left. We need to be... Yeah, that's fine. We need to go to the Mega. I don't mind this, because at least they're, like, chasing you around. But, like, you're saying, hey, look at me, but it's the people who are, like, safe. No one else is going to shoot these guys. And you do... Look at this. Oops. I should have set my rewind a little different. Sorry about that. Look how little damage you do to this guy. Let's see, you're shooting a Junkrat. No damage. Like, that's your whole clip. And he's just like, I guess we'll shoot him for a sec. And we're also like, we're scared he's gonna kill us from here. He's not a hit scan. He's not, I don't know, Ash or Sojourn maybe. We could blow you up from there. And so he's just spamming there, but he wants to hide there anyway, because he's like, he probably has tire. Oh, and he does. He's just waiting here to pot tire and then like drop it on the point, right? If we want to threaten him, we come up here. And we can drill him here. That does a lot more damage. And maybe slam him. Oh. It's like halfway to being a good engage. The grapple is low. If you grapple a little up, you can go up and slam here. I like that you pot shields. Could have maybe stopped that. We're almost gonna kill this. Oh, and we slam that. That's good. 14 seconds. So you just like, yeah, you engage people that maybe you could have killed, and you back off on them slowly, and you're a big target. You're a bigger target than they are, so they do more damage to you as you back off. Sack up and like shoot people close to, like when you're close to them, and then if you don't want to take damage, then go hide. This is not bad. We have our mines. Again, you guys want to be on cart. They don't give a shit. They just need to get you off a cart. They're happy to just sit here with their Junkrat and Bastion and just throw a bunch of spam into this little corridor that you have to push through. So this doesn't help you, right? The mines, grapple up here, grapple up there, grapple there. Come over to this cover that they want to use, the place they want to be. Drop the mines here. And this could be a high spread one if you want. I would be probably just trying to mine this BAP or this Bastion. or Junkrat's not that mobile. But drop it behind this Ryan, and then a few of them, definitely this guy, is going to have to make the decision to like back off, and then he's abandoned his Ryan, right? So we had shit mines. We can come back. We can do something about that. If we had been a little faster, we could grapple, spin around, and try to boop someone into it. Or shooting the Ryan at max range. And we don't get this quite. So that's kind of like the overall things. I'll make another little just short video about distance in Paul. But mainly like you need to stop shooting people from ranges where you do absolutely no damage. I have a feeling if I were to watch Awkward's video, I watched a little and I thought he kind of sucked, so I didn't really find the value of it. But I have a theory he's probably shooting them a lot closer than you are. And when you fight someone, you need to stop being so afraid of them. You're a tank with like a buttload of health, and your guns do crap damage, but you have enough health that you can sit there and just shoot them. So you need to stop backing off, because that makes them do more damage than you do to them, like more damage to you. And then your mines just need to be better, and you need to take fights when you have a shield and your team's in position. Yeah, you need 2 fights per point, at least. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have questions. This ended up being a little long. I just love Wrecking Ball. But yeah, hope it helps. All right.